to find that. We'll have links to this in the show notes. A recent one that I've started looking into, and in fact, we posted a graphic, an image today on our IG account, and you can find us in social media on Instagram at Clothes Free Life, Twitter at Live Clothes Free, and also Tumblr, clothesfreelife.tumblr.com. And we posted that using a new app that we've just come across called Over. And Over is an iOS app that does a really good job of creating text overlays on top of photographs. And they have some wonderful tools to do that, as well as you can size your images to fit the various platforms, whether you're going to post it on Twitter, make a Twitter cover photo, or if you're going to post on Facebook, or you're going to post it on Instagram. So they adjust. Adobe has a ton of iOS apps, too many to go into. Some of them work with the Adobe PSD format. Some of them don't. But there is one app that's as powerful on iOS, so you can use it on your iPad or iPhone, called Leonardo, that uses that PSD format, can import it and export it. So want to bring that to your attention. So there are some apps that you can use, some tips for how to do this well, and post some stuff. Get out there, get creative, do some stuff, and let us know about it so that we can see and give you a big thumbs up.
Planning your next clothes-free European vacation? Consider Vritomartis Naturist Resort in Crete. The best nudist resort to enjoy your naturist holidays. Visit www.vritomartis.com. Find body positive, clothes-free friendly postcards at www.twoscoops.cards.
So, here we are. We're going to shift gears again and talk about what's been going on in the news. So, we will always try to bring you just great information about what's going on in the news related to clothes-free living. And so there's been a lot of stuff going on in the mainstream media related to clothes-free living this week. Some weeks it's a slow day, a slow week, but this week there's been a lot of stuff. So we want to quick get to that as our time moves on here. If you haven't seen it, there have been a ton of articles in media about the fact that the French Tourism Bureau is calling London. Paris is calling London and saying, send us your tourists who want to have naturist vacations. And they're making a big effort in France to invite British folks over across the pond to take their naturist vacations in France. And there's lots of options, as I understand it there. Something on my bucket list would be a naturist vacation in France. On the same note, tourists are flocking to the Bluff Nose Cliffs in Australia to take naked selfies. Despite warning from the authorities there, they're taking naked selfies. People have been hurt falling from there, and the authorities are saying don't do it, but they're doing it. So, okay. Whatever you want to do on your vacation, whatever you do on your vacation stays on your vacation, I guess. Just to clear up something that was floating out there, a couple of people had reblogged a old bit of information about the Wasaga Beach being given a 3-year test run for being clothing optional. Wasaga Beach is in Canada and in Ottawa, I believe, Ottawa province. And the posts that were being repeated out there, did not take note of the fact that the full council, when it reviewed the recommendation from the committee for a trial, voted it down. So there is no clothing optional designation for Wasaga Beach. Just want to let you know about that. A couple of other things on the website that we're in the news. Again, a young girl who had a nude video of her leaked by someone, confronted the person who did it, and as a part of that response to that, she was arrested. Nothing, as far as we know, happened to the person who leaked the video, but she was arrested for confronting him. This is not that dissimilar from what happens with the teacher who had her phone taken and by a student who found her photos of her that she had taken for her husband, and this student put them out there, and she was forced to resign. Women have a very challenging time navigating this online technology and so forth, and getting a fair deal. They're not dealt with equally, and that's something we have really strong feelings about, and that's why we have our Women on Wednesday posts that focus on the issues that women face trying to live the clothes-free life, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. Palestine is getting an RV park. Palestine, Texas. So before you fall over off your seat and say, what, in the Middle East? No, it's Palestine, Texas, is getting a clothing optional RV park. And at some point, the local news media has interviewed folks in the community, and there's mixed responses to it. Some people say, oh, whatever folks want to do, that's fine. And and Cosmo, as I said before, has a great article on nude yoga at Bold and Naked, and also covered in mainstream media in a very, very positive article this week was the Young Naturists of Texas United. That's a young naturist group that is doing a lot of things, a lot of activities, and drawing in a lot of people into that clothes-free lifestyle. So that's really kind of pretty exciting to see what's going on around the news world regarding clothes-free life, naturism, nudism, and so forth. So it's time for the Bear Buzz. In our Bear Buzz today, we just want to bring to your attention two things. It will soon be time for World Naked Gardening Day. That's usually the first Saturday in May. And, up until today, when it's actually pretty warm, first day I could kind of move around outside where I am without too much clothing if I wanted to. I was like, I would not have been thinking about this last weekend or the weekend before when it was cold and snowy and so forth. But Naked Gardening Day is coming up. And so you can start thinking now about, if you have a safe way of doing your gardening clothes free, you can join in and celebrate Naked Gardening Day coming up in May. Then there were two interesting things that I want to just lift up for you. One was on our site where one of our contributors posted an article about navigating this online experience and the reaction that she was getting from certain people and how she was being treated. And a similar one came out from the folks at Bare Oaks, where someone who had gone to Bare Oaks, a woman who had gone to Bare Oaks, really appreciated the experience, tried to share it in her online circles, and just got some very negative things happening to her as a result. And, it's just, you got to ask yourself what's going on with guys in particular, I'm going to call it out, who just don't understand how to treat people. I'm not even going to say women, treat people, but women are particularly vulnerable in this thing. You see it with the student that gets arrested because she confronts someone who leaked a nude video of her, the teacher, and you see it again here. It's just crazy to deal with that, and women shouldn't have to. So it's time to just share with you a few snippets on what's happening on the Clothes Free Life website. I want to thank everyone who responded to the question, why do you follow us? We had some great responses, and it gives us an idea of how effective we are at doing what we are setting out to do, which is to give life to naturist philosophy and nudist practice. So that's our mission. We're trying to give life to that naturist philosophy, put some legs on it, and nudist practice of clothes-free living. So thank you for doing that, and we'll have some shout-outs in future weeks from that list of great comments. Please do check out our clothes-free yoga you should know of the month, Luna Phoenix. She's on our website and has some really, I think, good things to share about the practice of clothes-free yoga and what kinds of intensity you should practice with and how you should approach the practice. Want to welcome our latest contributor, and I'm really excited about this, PZ Walker. Yes, that's the author of Mirror Earth and the Naked Crow series, has signed on to be a regular contributor on our website. Really excited about that. He's already contributed a couple of pieces, and that's really exciting to have him on board. Looking forward to the stuff he'll be doing. Hey, the Clothes Free Poetry contest submissions are due today. This is the last day. Don't forget to send in your contest entry. We have a great prize for the winner, a t-shirt and a reading of their winning poem on the website and other platforms where it'll get lots of exposure. Our Talk Up question of the week is, why do you love clothes-free living? Head on over to the website, find our Talk Up page, and you can answer that question with audio, through a poll, or even just leaving a comment. Couple of things new on the website as well, is of Women on Wednesday. One of the articles this week asked the question, are we naked versions of textile? In other words, do we just behave the same way, just those of us who are participating in the clothes-free life and naturist life, nudist life, do we behave in the same way? Do we have some of the same biases as textiles folks, but we're just doing it while we're clothes-free? Really important question to consider. Posted today was tips for your clothes-free selfies and how to take good ones. And finally, coming up after our contest is over, our poetry contest is over, we will be starting a regular feature called Sunday Shorts. And this will be essays and stories about clothes-free living that we're going to try to put into an audio format as well as a visual and word format. So it's going to be rich media to tell a powerful stories about clothes-free living transforming lives, clothes-free living helping to grow body acceptance and changing body image, and all kinds of fun stuff that we want to hear about from ordinary people who are living the clothes-free life. So we're looking forward to that, and it's going to be an exciting new venture to branch out even more. On that note, if you're interested in being a reporter, a mobile reporter for this broadcast, drop us a DM on Twitter or on Instagram, or send us a contact message on the website. We'd like to hear from you and find out if we can work together for you to help us cover the gamut of the experiences that are out there in the clothes-free world.
Thanks for listening to the Clothes Free Living Update with Earl D. If you enjoyed this broadcast, we hope you'll tell your friends. Be sure to check out our archive section on our website clothesfreelife.com for previous broadcasts. This has been a Clothes Free Life production. Join us next time for another edition of the Clothes Free Living Update.
Well, that's all for me for today, folks. This is Earl